Hey everyone, welcome back to the Book Flash podcast. I'm Jeff, and with me today is Lisa. We've got a great episode for you, and I know a lot of people are going to connect with this one because it's a book that simplifies life in the most profound way. Lisa, what's the book we're diving into today?
Hey Jeff, today we're talking about The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. This book is all about how to free yourself from unnecessary suffering and live in harmony with yourself and others. The best part? It does that with just 4 simple but powerful agreements.
That's right. These 4 agreements sound simple, but they have the power to transform your life completely if you apply them. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the first agreement.
The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. This means speaking with integrity. Jeff, how often do you think we underestimate the power of our words?
All the time. Words are like seeds. Whatever we say, positive or negative, plants something in someone else's mind. You can either plant doubt, fear, and negativity, or you can plant encouragement, positivity, and strength.
Absolutely. Ruiz teaches us to be mindful of what we say, not only to others, but also to ourselves. What agreements do we make with ourselves every day? Are we telling ourselves that we're not good enough? That we can't do it? Imagine what happens when we switch that dialogue.
Exactly. I mean, if you keep telling yourself that you're capable of achieving your goals, that you're worthy, that you're strong, guess what? You'll start to believe it, and your actions will reflect that. It's all about using your words to empower, not disempower. It's a simple shift, but it's life-changing.
Let's throw it out to our listeners. What's one word or phrase you use with yourself that you want to change? Drop it in the comments.
Now, let's move to the second agreement, which I think is huge. Don't take anything personally. This one's tough, isn't it?
It really is. We're conditioned to think that everything people say or do is about us. Someone doesn't greet us, and suddenly we think, what did I do wrong? But Ruiz tells us that what others do is not about us. It's about them, their reality, their perception.
Right. This agreement is like a shield. When we don't take things personally, we stop letting others control our emotions. Think about how much mental energy we'd save if we didn't take things personally.
So true. And when you free yourself from taking things personally, you become immune to the opinions of others, both good and bad. You can finally live freely. Here's a question for our listeners. What's one situation where you took something personally but realized later it wasn't about you?
Such a powerful one. Now, the third agreement is don't make assumptions. How often do we make assumptions about what others are thinking or feeling?
All the time. We assume things in relationships, in friendships, at work. We fill in the blanks with our own fears or insecurities instead of just asking questions or clarifying.
This one's huge for relationships. Imagine how many conflicts could be avoided if we just communicated clearly instead of assuming the worst. Ruiz says, find the courage to ask questions and express what you really want.
Yes, open communication. That's the key. Instead of assuming someone's mad at you, just ask, hey, is everything okay? It takes the guesswork out of the equation and brings so much clarity. Let's ask our audience, what's one assumption you've made recently that turned out to be wrong?
Finally, we have the fourth agreement, and it's a game changer. Always do your best. This one seems simple, but it's actually about showing up fully for yourself every single day.
The best part about this agreement is that your best changes from day to day. On some days, your best is crushing it at work or the gym. On other days, your best is just getting out of bed and doing something small for yourself. The point is to do the best you can with the energy and resources you have in the moment.
Exactly. It's not about perfection. It's about effort. If you can look back at the end of the day and say, I gave it everything I had today, that's success. This agreement frees you from guilt and judgment because you know you've done your best.
I love that. Doing your best means accepting where you are, but it also means pushing yourself just a little bit more. So, listeners, what's one area of your life where you can show up and do your best today?
So, there you have it, the 4 agreements. If you can live by these simple yet powerful agreements, you'll find more peace, more clarity, and more happiness in your life. And the best part is, you can start practicing them today.
That's right. The wisdom in this book is timeless. And it's a reminder that we have the power to change our reality by changing our agreements with ourselves and the world around us.
So, which agreement do you think will be the hardest for you? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to check out the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz if you haven't already. Trust us, it's a game changer.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time for day 18 of our Book Flash podcast series.